All right, Pioneer fans, Jonathan Griffin here with the head coach of the Glenville State Pioneers, Coach Kellar. Coach, a daunting win, 27-20 against Concord in overtime. Talk a little bit about this victory.
Well, anytime you could win, it's a good thing. Anytime you can win at home, it's a great thing. Anytime you can win going through all the adversity and perseverance that we had to go through to get the win, it's a good thing. Obviously, we got a long ways to go. I mean, it's just getting our team to understand that that's the way you're going to have to win. They see these teams' records and they think that all will just show. It doesn't work like that. We got a fist fight for every yard and every point and every stop that we can this year to squeak out wins.
Austin Ratliff, game-winning touchdown. He finished the game with 8 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Talk a little bit about that last overtime drive and actually just that one play to Austin there.
Well, when he caught the little bubble screen, it's actually a called run, and if they don't have the numbers right, he could throw it out there. And when he caught the bubble screen and scored, Trickett comes over and says, well, I guess because we always give an offense, defense, kick game MVP. And he goes, I guess we know who the MVP is. And I said, well, if we get a stop, then he could be the MVP. No, it was a big play by him. Before we had a lot of red zone opportunities all day. Before the series started, I called the offense in and said, listen, it's red zone. It's going to boil down to them playing man-to-man at some point, and someone's got to make a play. And I looked at him because I knew he was going to be the guy who had the right coverage, and he kind of gave me that nod like I'll make the play, and that's not what I had in mind. I was thinking a couple plays later, but we'll take it. He was ahead of schedule of me.
Then another big standout, Tim Hensel, backup quarterback, playing for the injured Jalen McNair, who suffered the concussion last week. Finished the game 28 of 38, 333 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Talk a little bit about Tim and kind of his progression into this game.
Well, he when we got the job here, him and Jalen both took a lot of 1 reps. Somewhere in camp, Jalen clearly, established himself as a starter. He got a lot of starts under his belt, and quite simply, the game's just a little slower for Jalen than it is Tim because of that. Tim got a lot of talent. We knew that once he got a play and the game would slow down for him, that he could be pretty good. I looked at the stat sheet just 5 minutes ago like you did, and I saw that, and I thought, well, I didn't realize he was playing that good. But he had a good day. I told him yesterday that he would start, and Jalen was ready to go in the game. I explained to him that Jalen was going to be the starter moving forward, but it's good to know that we got 2 kids that prepare a certain way that could go in there and hopefully win games for you.
Yeah, again, the last 2 games you guys have been pretty successful on the ground, only finished with 88 rushing yards today. Was that something that you guys knew Concord was going to try and kind of load the box and take that away from you guys?
Yeah, Concord just said that we're not going to play. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but they basically just tried to outnumber us and run to our plays the fastest they could. And as long as we would be patient, I tried to stay patient in the run game, but then I was like, might as well just be patient with some of the quick stuff and some of the boots and things that end up working out for us. If I was Concord, I'd have did the same thing they did, and you got a backup quarterback in, make him prove that he could beat you, and he did. Simple as that.
All right, Coach. Well, again, congratulations on the overtime victory, beating the Mountain Lions of Concord 27-20 in overtime.
I appreciate it.
Joining me right now is senior slot receiver Austin Ratliff, which had the winning touchdown in the overtime. Took it 25 yards to pay dirt. Austin, talk a little bit about this victory and in that last play.
It's nice, obviously, in your home opener to get a win in front of the home crowd and everything. We could have played a little better, but, a win's a win like you were saying. And, last play, you never know when you're in overtime and your last plays, it gets a little hectic out there. Defense was just over pursuing a little bit, made a couple cuts, and got in the end zone. So,
yeah, you finished the day. Team's leading receiver. You had 8 receptions, 126 yards, and the touchdown. Talk a little bit about the game plan going into this game and kind of getting you involved a little bit more in this offense.
We knew when they got down in the red zone that they were going to go man. So we figured, we tried it a couple of times in the red zone to throw, a little fade ball to me, and we ran a couple corners. We just weren't very successful with it. But that's something we can work on, coming this week, going into the West Lib game.
Talk a little bit about quarterback Tim Hensel. He is playing in the place of the injured Jalen McNair, who suffered a concussion last week at State. Played the second half, played really well the second half at State, and then he came out today, went 28 of 38 for 333 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Talk a little bit about Tim, him stepping up. It's kind of that next man up mentality.
Tim played great. You see him when he came out at State, he was nervous in the first half and a little bit in the third quarter. He came out today. from that experience he got last week. And, I mean, I thought he played really well. There's a couple things, I mean, we can work in as a whole offense to help him out a little bit, but I thought he played well today. And that interception, I mean, last play regulation, that shouldn't even really count.
Yeah. Looking at the stat sheet, the Pioneers finished with 88 rushing yards on the ground. So obviously Concord had some game plan of trying to stop the run with the young offensive linemen. But we went and threw for 333 yards. Was that kind of the game plan? Did you guys kind of know that, hey, they wanted to kind of, take away our backs and kind of look at putting most of our offense through the air?
Well, I mean, we've been running the ball the first 2 games successfully. So, I mean, we kind of thought that they were going to come in and try to shut us down with the run, but we were still confident with it. Even with, they were putting 3 guys in the A-gap, I mean, we were still confident, we can still run out of it. But, I mean, that's how your offense has to work. If they're shutting down the run, we got to be successful with the pass, and that's what we did today.
All right, Austin. Well, again, great performance. Congratulations on the victory, and celebrate this one before we get ready for West Liberty on Thursday.
All righty, thank you.
All right, that's going to do it here from IL and Sue Morris Stadium. Again, the Pioneers are victorious in their their home opener of the 2019 season, 27-20 over the Concord University Mountain Lions in overtime. The Pioneers improved to 2-1, 1-1 in conference play. They'll now be on the road Thursday, September 26th, for a 7 o'clock kickoff with the West Liberty Hilltoppers in West Liberty, West Virginia. For myself, Glenville State Athletics, Pioneer Media, we will see you guys next week.